A moment. We were supposed to look at the cause of the Hehe rebellion. Let me try to. Okay, we were supposed to look at the cause of the Hehe rebellion, and then part B of the question, we were also supposed to look at the reasons why, but there is some changes were. Okay. Okay, then part B was supposed to look at reasons why the Hehe rebellion was unsuccessful. Okay, reasons why the Hehe rebellion was unsuccessful. Then we were also supposed to look at the causes of the Maji rebellion, that is in 1905 to 1907. And then we were also supposed to look at the effects of the Maji rebellion. Then part 4 or question number 4, we were supposed to look at the causes of the Mau Mau rebellion and then the effects of the Mau Mau rebellion. Now, let me go back to question number 1. Number 1, what were the causes of the Bushiru rebellion? That is 1888 to 1890. I'm waiting for your contributions. We looked at this. Please, you can. Yes, we are looking at the causes of the Bushiru rebellion, 1888 to 1890. Causes of the Bushiru rebellion. Anyone with the sum of the causes of the Bushiru rebellion? No one who remembers what we looked at? No one at least has anything about the causes of the Bushiru rebellion? You people. Causes of the Bushiru rebellion. No one who knows anything about the Bushiru rebellion? Where it took place, where was the rebellion, who led the rebellion? Now, if you don't have anything, what did you write then? A moment. Okay. A moment. Okay, I've seen a hand up. Yes, I've seen a hand up. Okay, Liam, unmute yourself.
Yes, teacher. The Coastal people rebelled because they wanted to defend their independence against German rule.
Sorry? Against Germany rule.
The Coastal people, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Liam. Yes, the Coastal people, that is one of the reasons why, but at least I would have, I wanted to hear, like, the introduction. Gloria.
There was also a religious difference between the German and the and the coastal traders.
Religious difference between the Germans and the coastal traders. Yes, that is one of the reasons. Thank you so much. Yes, the Germans were Christians, and then the coastal people, in most cases, most of them were actually Muslims. And the way the Germans treated the coastal people, the way the Germans disrespected these people's religion, of course, contributed to the outbreak of the Abushiri Rebellion. Maria? Maria, you can unmute yourself.
I'm giving the introduction.
Yes, please, go ahead.
The Abushiri Rebellion, it was the earliest resistance against the German rule in Tanganyika.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Maria. Yes, it was the earliest rebellion resistance against German rule in Tanganyika. That is true. It was led by who? I was actually expecting that from you. I have another person, that is Hope. Hope, you can unmute yourself.
The Germans forced the Africans to grow cash crops under severe conditions.
The Germans forced the people of East Africa, the people of Tanganyika, to grow cash crops, and yet they were paid too little. Yes, that one is another point, another reason why there was an outbreak of the Abushiri Rebellion, right? So that is all you had, you people? Because I'm not seeing any other hand up. That is all you had about Abushiri. Abushiri bin Salim, that is all you had about him. I mean, any other person? Okay, Liam, you can unmute yourself.
The Germans had deprived the African chiefs of their right of collecting taxes, which affected their economic independence, hence rebellion.
Yeah, thank you so much. The Germans deprived these African chiefs their right of collecting taxes, okay? And that contributed to the outbreak of the Abushiri Rebellion. Thank you so much. Hope?
The Germans disrespected the Arabs, whereby they entered the mosques with their dogs.
Thank you so much. I was waiting for such a point. The Germans disrespected the people of East Africa, the coastal people. They used to enter their mosques with their boots and dogs, okay? And that was actually very bad, because the Muslims did not enter their mosques with gumboots, with shoes, you understand? So that contributed to the outbreak of the Abushiri Rebellion. Thank you. Gloria.
Yes, the fear of losing their fertile soil at the coast also led to the rebellion.
Thank you so much. That these people wanted to protect their land, okay? They wanted to protect their land. They still wanted their land, and the Germans were determined to take this land away from the people of Tanganyika, and this contributed to the Abushiri Rebellion. Thank you so much. Maria.
The Germans had abolished slave trade, yet it was the economic power of the coastal traders, so they were trying to protect their economic power.
Yes, that is a very good explanation. Thank you so much. Okay. The Germans had abolished slave trade, and this was such a profitable trade to the people of East Africa. So they so much wanted this trade, and then the Germans were replacing it with legitimate trade, which actually contributed to the outbreak of the Abushiri Rebellion. Okay. Okay. Okay, are we done? Are we done? Okay, okay. Now, let us try. Do you know the reason why I'm not actually giving you my own points this side? Because you have this work. We have already looked at this work. So I wanted you people to contribute and then others listen to what you are giving. And this is what some of you wrote in your answer booklets. Okay. So now let us try to look at the effects. Let us try to look at the effects of the Abushiri rebellion. Rebecca?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rebecca?
The Abushiri rebellion, no, the Abushiri uprising led to massive loss of lives. For example, the Abushiri.
Massive loss of lives. Okay. Yes, that is a point. Thank you so much. Massive loss of lives. People lost their lives because when there is a war, automatically we expect people to lose lives. Okay. They lose lives as a result of exchange of gunfire. Some of them die as a reason. Like there are those that die simply because the war comes with the destruction of food and then they starve and die, and so many other reasons as why people die. Okay. Murunji, you can unmute yourself. Murunji, waiting for you. Yes, Murunji. Hey. Okay, I think Murunji has issues that side. Okay, Gloria. Oh, sorry. Please, you can unmute yourself, Gloria.
Coastal people lost their independence to the Germans.
The coastal people lost their independence to the Germans. That is it. Remember, Bushiri was defeated and then finally the Germans took over. Okay. So the coastal people lost their independence to the Germans. Thank you so much for that. I have Irene now. Irene.
There was famine outbreak as the Germans used the scorched earth policy where most of food crops were burnt down.
Definitely, yes. Thank you so much, Irene. Okay. Famine as a result of the scorched earth policy that was employed by the Germans. The Germans employed this policy and there was destruction of crops, food granaries and everything. So at the end of the day, there was famine that claimed a lot of lives. Rachel. Rachel?
Yes, slave trade was finally abolished.
Slave trade was finally abolished. That is true. Thank you so much. Slave trade was finally abolished. Yes. Remember we said that they wanted to abolish slave trade and then replace it with legitimate trade. Thank you so much, Rachel. Hope.
I hear you, sir.
Yes.
There was deliberate spread of cattle diseases.
Deliberate spread of cattle diseases. How? Hope.
Yes.
How did it happen? Like, yes, Hope. Okay. Irene, I'm seeing your hand up. Please unmute yourself.
There was depopulation as many people were killed.
Yes, depopulation. That is true. Okay. Many people were killed, and then others decided to leave for other areas. You understand? They left for other areas simply because they could not actually bear it, and it led to depopulation. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, people are exhausted. Okay. I've not heard anyone talking about destruction of property, and this is something you cannot actually miss out. Okay, destruction of property. Then there was introducing of Christianity. You understand? Okay, Rachel, you can unmute yourself.
Africans and Germans were taught a lesson.
Yes, that is very true. Africans were taught a lesson that they could not actually defeat the Germans. And at the same time, the Germans also realized that Africans are not, you know, a walkover. Like they could not just come and take what belongs to Africans, and then Africans not put up any resistance. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Someone was saying my exam is not yet marked. You are actually going to receive your marks today. Okay. Okay, I have another person here, Irene. Yes.
It also made the Sultan of Zanzibar to recognize German ownership over the coastal towns.
Definitely, yes. Thank you so much. The Sultan of Zanzibar was recognized the German occupation of the coastal towns. Thank you, Irene. Then Gloria.
Some Africans decided to collaborate with the Germans after seeing the German strength.
Definitely, yes. Some people collaborated with the Germans after seeing the German strength. That is true. Thank you. I have Marian.
The rebellion also spread waves of nationalism within Tanganyika. That is to say, Maji revolt and Hehe revolt.
Okay, nationalism. Okay, inspiring other people to revolt. That is true. We've given the Maji rebellion, the Hehe rebellion. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Shivan. Shivan, can you unmute yourself? Okay, Rachel. Oh, okay. Shivan, yes.
The rebellion also led to decline in trading activities of the Arabs, since they concentrated on fighting other nations.
Yes, thank you so much, Shivan, for that. Decline of trade. Yes, Rachel?
There was poverty, misery, and suffering due to disruption of trade.
Yes, thank you so much, Rachel. Poverty, misery, that is true. You understand? True, because people lost their lives, then at the same time losing their, you know, the economic activities like were hijacked by the Germans and all that. Okay, Rachel. Rachel, you've just put your hand up again. Yes.
The rebellion later inspired other rebellions.
Yes, other rebellions such as the Maji, the Hehe, and so many others. Thank you. Irene?
Trade activities at the coast were disrupted by the Abshiri revolt.
Definitely, yes. Trade activities were disrupted by the revolt. Thank you so much. We are now going to look at another rebellion. Another question. We've exhausted that one at least. Let us try to look at this question in number 2. Question in number 2, it was describe the cause of the Hehe rebellion. Okay, describe the cause of the Hehe rebellion. Are we in a position to describe the cause of the Hehe rebellion? Are we in a position? Okay, without wasting time, I think I will help you here, and then we'll try to, to speed up because I'm seeing we are left with a few minutes. Now, the Hehe rebellion, of course, we know it was Mukwawa's rebellion, okay? And we are saying in 1890, Mukwawa closed the trading route between Bagamoyo and Tabora, which annoyed the Germans. And that is how it started. The moment Mukwawa, okay, closed that trading route, then the Germans reacted by fighting him. Now, Mukwawa then went and looked for some other people, the other chiefs. He wanted to ally with some other chiefs, okay? The Ngoni chief, that is Chabruma, okay? And then he seek of the Nyamwezi. You understand? And then he thought this will help him against him, the Germans. Unfortunately, they didn't. So in 1891, Mukwawa ambushed a German force of 1,000 men near Iringa, killing 290 Germans. Can you imagine? Killing 290 Germans, okay, including their commander. You understand? So in August 1891, the Germans sent military weapons and soldiers to the Hehe, okay, so as to make peace with Mukwawa. Like they sent him military weapons and they wanted to make peace with him. But unfortunately, there was no peace, okay? There was no peace, I'm telling you. Now, in return, Mukwawa also sent, okay, a delegation to the Germans. But at the end of the day, the Germans decided to shoot these people. And then Mukwawa was like, these people are not interested in peace. So war continued, okay? In 1892, Mukwawa attacked a large commercial caravan belonging to German traders, okay? And this was at Mukindala. And at the end of the day, the Germans could not just sit back. It is Mukwawa now attacking them, okay? And that was in 1892. Then he also attacked the Kilosa garrison and killing the occupants there. That was Mukwawa. Now, the Germans now also reacted by actually sending a governor. They sent a governor and then Captain John Vaughan to attack Mukwawa at Kalinga. But Mukwawa managed to escape, okay? Then Mukwawa, after attacking him at Kalinga, he also thought of ambushing the Germans when going back to the coast, okay? He thought of that, but he did not actually. It was too late for him to do that. Now, between 1894 and 1896, the Hehe changed to guerrilla warfare. Are you seeing? They could not attack the Germans directly, so they changed to guerrilla warfare. This, attacking and you come, you hit, and then you hide. You understand? That is the tactics that the Tanzanians resorted to. Okay. In 1896, the Germans attacked the Hehe again. Okay. In 1898, Mukwawa was betrayed by some of his chiefs. Okay. And he was betrayed. Now, to avoid being captured, Mukwawa committed suicide. You understand? And of course, when Mukwawa commits suicide, that becomes marks the beginning of the end of the story. So it was the beginning of the end of the story. Like the story was just about to end. The moment Mukwawa committed suicide, okay? The Germans cut off his head and then sent it to the German Museum in Berlin, where it stayed up to 1954, okay? So briefly, that is what's about. Now, for the reasons, because part B was actually looking at reasons for the what? Part B was looking at reasons for the failure of the rebellion. So I believe people here can try to help us and contribute. Now, reasons for the failure of the Hehe rebellion. Waiting for your contribution. I believe here I've got reasons. Yes. Okay, Gloria. Gloria?
Disunity among the Hehe.
Sorry?
The disunity among the Hehe people, hence their defeat.
Yes, thank you so much. The disunity, okay? Disunity. So we are saying disunity was a problem, okay? People were not united, and as a result, they were easily defeated by the Germans. Okay, Irene. Irene.
The Hehe army had few weapons, untrained and outdated, with outdated fighting techniques compared to the Germans.
The Hehe had outdated weapons, like they were using inferior weapons. Okay, when you look at what the Germans had, and then the Hehe, of course, they couldn't match with those of the Germans. Then Hope.
Lack of proper planning.
Lack of proper planning. These people did not plan properly. If they had planned properly, they would have defeated the Germans, okay? But the planning was not all that good, okay? That's all we had. Gloria?
These people also lack effective mobilization and coordination among the fighters.
Yes, thank you so much, Gloria. Effective mobilization and coordination. That one lacked, and it contributed to the defeat. Okay, so we are saying that contributed to the defeat of the what? To the defeat of the Hehe. Okay, Irene.
The German use of Scotch earth policy instilled fear among the Hehe and forced many to surrender.
The use of the scorched earth policy. Scorched earth policy, a policy where everything is totally destroyed, total destruction. This contributed to fear, of course, then weakening of the enemy. You understand? Because when food is destroyed, automatically you will be weak because you don't have food. You understand? So it actually contributed to the defeat of the Hehe. Okay, Hope.
The long periods of drought and diseases also weakened the Hehe.
Long period of drought, then diseases. Yeah, because at the time these diseases didn't have chua, then a drought where they didn't have food, like they couldn't grow food in a drought season, and all of these ones contributed to the defeat of the Hehe. Okay. Yes. Now, okay, I have Gloria. Yes, Gloria.
The Hehe had poor economy that could not sustain a victorious rebellion.
The Hehe had a poor economy, and that is true, by the way. So they could not hold on. You know, they couldn't sustain, they couldn't finance the war. You understand? At the end of the day, they were easily defeated by the what? By the Germans. Okay. Irene.
Some Hehe were also defeated because they lacked support from their neighbors.
Support from their neighbors. Like I've already talked about these people seeking for support. I mean, Mkwawa seeking for support from Chabruma, and then there was no support that was given. At the end of the day, Mkwawa was defeated simply because there was no cooperation. Thank you so much. So in the interest of time, I think we should look at we should look at another question, okay? Number 3 now. Number 3 here it is. It says explain the causes of the Maji Maji rebellion, okay? The causes of the Maji Maji rebellion, that is between 1905 to 1907, okay? Now waiting for your contributions again. Yes, Maji Maji rebellion. Hey, Maji Maji rebellion causes. Now, you people, you'll actually find out that these causes are almost the same. The causes of the Hehe rebellion, the causes of the Bushil rebellion, some of these causes are almost the same. It is like a copy and paste thing. Eh? Okay, Irene. Oh, sorry. I think, was it Ariam? Someone had a hand up. So you can put it up again, okay? Yes, someone had a hand up. You people. You mean, okay, okay. Irene? Yes, Irene, you can unmute yourself.
The introduction.
The introduction, sorry?
The introduction of Christianity. The introduction of Christianity by the Germans, which interrupted African culture, annoyed Africans to revolt.
Good morning to Where has teacher gone?
Yes. I had okay. Now, Monica, can you hear me? Monica?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can put me back as the host, right? I can see you as the host now. Can you do that? Yes, please.
Hey, is the lessons in here? Okay, you
Sorry,
have gone off, eh?
Yes, but I'm now back. But I can see it is Monica now who is the host.
It's okay, just continue, just share your screen. I've enabled sharing.
Okay.
Maybe Monica can go out.
So are you people in position to see my screen?
Yes, it's coming.
Yes, but they are tiny.
Oh, okay.
You enlarge on the letters.
Yeah.
No, but you can zoom using your phone.
Yeah, I've tried it to zoom. I think.
Yeah, we are zooming.
Yeah. So we are the scene. Actually, we were looking at the Maji rebellion, right? We were looking at the causes of the Maji rebellion. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Maji rebellion. Yes. Causes you were contributing. You were contributing. You were giving me some of the causes of the Maji rebellion. And I was actually telling you that when you look at the Hehe rebellion, the Bushiri rebellion, all of these rebellions, the causes are almost the same. You understand? Eh? The causes are almost the same. So that's why I was saying you don't have to so much stretch. You understand? The same causes you gave the other causes you can also use here. Causes. Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, I cannot unmute this call. I don't know that they are muted. They are unmuting themselves.
I am the one I was seeing. I'll be unmuting. I was seeing some of them were unmuting and there was some noise.
Oh, okay. I have Irene's hand up.
Okay.
Yes, Irene.
Rebelled because the Africans rebelled because they were overtaxed by the Germans.
Yes, that is true, by the way. They were overtaxed by the Germans. Remember, the Germans had got some, they had almost taken over Tanganyika at the time. And they had started such unfavorable policies. You understand? And such policies forced the Tanganyikans, the people of Tanganyika, to fight against the Germans. Okay. Marie, I have Irene's hand up.
The struggle to control the trade between the coast and the interior by both the Germans and Africans.
The struggle to control trade between the Germans and the coastal people, people of Tanzania at that Tanganyika at that time. So the two groups wanted to control this trade, and at the end of the day, yes, they had to fight. Brodia.
The German disrupted African traditional leaders. That is to say, they flogged them in the public.
Disrespecting of African traditional leaders. Okay, like they were being flogged. The African traditional leaders could be flogged by the Germans. Okay, Ariam?
Yes, Tanzanians wanted to regain their independence from the Germans, hence the rebellion.
Regaining their independence. Those areas that had lost independence, because the entire Tanzania had not lost independence yet, okay? Maybe the areas that had lost their power, okay. I have Nisi.
First labor on government farms and public works, whereby Africans worked for long hours and they were paid little.
Definitely, yes. Forced labor. Africans could work for long hours and then paid very little, very, very little. And this forced them to fight against him, the Germans. Thank you so much. Irene.
Africans got annoyed by the German act of grabbing their fertile soil and decided to rebel.
Yeah, grabbing land, okay? Grabbing land, yes, that is another factor that contributed to the outbreak of this rebellion. Hope, oh no, sorry, Ariam, I think.
The Germans allowed their dogs to enter mosques, and they themselves entered wearing shoes, which is against the Islam law.
Yes, that is it. The Germans disrespected African cultures. The Germans disrespected the Muslims by entering mosques with their boots and then dogs, okay? Hope.
The desire to regain independence that had been eroded by Germans.
Okay, that is true. Areas that had been conquered, areas that had been taken over by the Germans wanted their independence. Okay. Yeah, I think let us try to look at now part B of the question. Yes, part B of the question. That is effects of the Maji Maji rebellion. Effects of the Maji Maji rebellion. Effects of the Maji Maji rebellion. Yes. Gloria, I have Gloria.
Many Africans lost their life due to the rebellion.
Lives, that is true. Thank you so much. In the interest of time, we are not wasting more time there. Ariam?
There was massive destruction of property. Igi villages, food stores were burnt. Igi Samanya town near Kilwa was burnt.
Yes. Thank you so much. Destruction of property, like burning of, towns and all that. Thank you. Maria now.
Yes.
I'm saying thank you for that contribution. Okay.
Loss of African independence.
Loss of African independence. Yes. At the end of the day, the Germans defeated the East Africans and then they took over from them. Yes. That was Maria, then Hope, I think. Hope.
There was shortage of break since most of African crops were burnt down by the Germans, who used the scorched earth policy.
Famine as a result of the scorched earth policy that was used by the Germans. Thank you. Then I think it's that was Irene Gloria. That was Hope. Gloria now.
Africans were encouraged to grow cash crop on their own by.
There was some kind of liberalizing. Then Africans were not forced to grow only what the Germans wanted. Okay. Then this is Ariam, I think. Ariam.
Africans faced misery and suffering because the Germans were brutal, harsh, and ruthless.
Yes, misery and suffering due to the brutality of the Germans. Thank you. Irene, Maria.
Changing the German administration, that is to say, the archduchess were fired.
About the leaders and Jumbes replacing African traditional leaders. Okay, I think she was talking about Akidas and Jumbes replacing the African traditional leaders, and that one also caused him a rebellion. Okay. Yes. Maria now. Okay. Okay. In the interest of time, I think we are going to be ending here. Okay. Yes, Mr. Rogers. I think
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Busulwa. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Learners, I want to thank you for coming for the lesson. You attend all other lessons on the timetable for Senior 3. On Thursday, we are going to have a general assembly in which we are going to communicate about the way forward with the lessons. Yeah, so, and the end of the program. So on Thursday at 3:30, we shall be having a general assembly. Yeah, thank you very much and have a nice.
Thank you. Likewise.
Yes, so have a nice week.
The same to you.
Have a nice day.
Monica, you can end the meeting. Click on leave and end the meeting.